Hi friends, this is Wendy with Love and Stamp, and I'm excited that you're here with me today. We are going to be doing so many fun things using brand new products from Crafty Meraki. All of these products are fantastic. They've got new press-tacular plates out. These are plates to be used in the BetterPress. However, you can also use these on your hot foil system, which is really cool. And then they also have some really fun hot foil plates out that you are not supposed to use on the BetterPress. And I did use it on the BetterPress, and I'm going to show you how that turned out. I will give this disclaimer: if you use a hot foil plate on the BetterPress, it voids your warranty on the BetterPress. So there's that disclosure. Okay, so I got all these products. They are gorgeous. I made 3 cards for you today, and we are going to be exploring several techniques. Here, I just think all these products are absolutely gorgeous, but let me just show you the ones that really stand out to me. I absolutely love these. Now you can hot foil with these, or you can better press them, and you can die cut them out all in one felt swoop. I think it's really cool how the die cut is a big plate and it cuts all of the sentiments at once. And look at all those good Christmas sentiments. And then we have the Meraki Paradise. These are so cool. They cut a flower, a poinsettia, and you're going to see that today. And then we have the ornaments. And then there was a free gift included. And then they have these effortless shimmer paper packs. So you can hot foil, well, I don't know, shimmer foil. I'm not sure what the term is. You can foil these, but you have to have a different foiling system than I have. So we're going to start out using our hot foil system. This is the Glimmer Machine from Spellbinders. You can purchase this on Crafty Meraki's website. And here is where I do things right, okay? So we're going to hot foil first, and I thought this background was really beautiful. Both of them are really beautiful, but I had in my head an image of a kind of card I was trying to make, and yes, it turned out great. I figured out how to get electricity over to my stamp table. By the way, you want a nice smooth cardstock when you're hot foiling. So this is a special pack of cardstock that I have that I don't use on anything else except for hot foiling. Now my system says it's ready. So I'm going to place this down. What I should have done first was click the timer on first, and then I should have put all this on. It doesn't really matter. It's 6 to 1, half a dozen to the other, to be honest with you. I think when you have it on the hot foil machine longer, it transfers nicer. But anyway, you do it how you want to do it. And then here, I'm going to go ahead and run it through my die cut machine. You just pull the entire platform out, run it all through at the same time, and then the results are gorgeous. You're going to love them. Hot foiling and the BetterPress both are probably my 2 new loves. These were both techniques and things I've learned since leaving Stampin' Up. Look at this. Look at this. It's so beautiful. It comes out perfect. The foiling is perfection. And it wasn't always like this for me. I had to learn the hard way. Cardstock is everything when it comes to hot foiling. You really have to have the right kind of cardstock. So Hammermill I have not used, but I hear it's fantastic for hot foiling. And then this smooth black cardstock is from Tonic. So now we're going to move to the BetterPress. Now, I'm going to just tell you, I'm making sure this isn't hot. This is not recommended. You are not supposed to use a hot foil plate on your BetterPress machine. It voids the warranty, and I think if your plate is too thick, it can damage the magnetic surface. So I'm just putting that out there. I'm not recommending that you do this. I just really wanted to try it because I'm a rule breaker sometimes. Actually, that's just such a fat lie. I'm going to be honest with you. I am such a rule follower. This was a mistake. I had no idea until after I did this that I wasn't supposed to do this. But sometimes happy little accidents happen and you end up with something really cool. I'm very happy I did this. Now, will I use more caution in the future? Absolutely. I will be very careful about what I put in my BetterPress so that I don't mess it up. However, it's official. My BetterPress is no longer under warranty. It's fine. So let's talk about this ink. I'm using Altenews Obsidian Black Pigment ink, and I'm using cotton paper. So again, we're going back to talking about the paper is really important. Now, I have been told that plenty of people have plenty of success using whatever paper they want with the BetterPress. I have been too chicken to try anything else, and I have used the cotton paper that's recommended with BetterPress every time. So my results have been spectacular. If you're interested, let me know in the comments below if you're interested in us doing a video on like all things BetterPress. I'll try it all. I'll do it all. I've kind of done a video similar to that in the past, but I'll do another one. So you let me know. Look how cool this turned out. It didn't quite get coverage everywhere. So I went ahead and I inked this sucker up again and I ran it through again. Everything stayed in place. There was no damage to my magnetic surface. There was no damage to anything that I used. I will say this press plate was fairly thin. It didn't have like it wasn't super thick, and I think that makes a difference. So then there's little magnets here. This just pops in place, and then you smush it together, pick it up, and just run it through your machine. And then look at this. Look at the results. They are gorgeous. So here, a lot of people have said, like, why would you use a BetterPress? I've heard a lot of people say this. Why would you use a BetterPress when you can just stamp? Okay, here's why. The intricacy that you can get from a BetterPress machine is unlike stamping. It's letter pressing, right? So you can get very fine lines and very solid detail with a letter press machine that you cannot get with stamping. It just is what it is. There is a intricacy that happens with the BetterPress that you can't get other places. So all of that being said, here are the two pieces. We hot foiled one with that beautiful smooth black cardstock. Now we're going to use the BetterPress to use this really intricate die because I wanted to show you how incredibly intricate this stamps. You could not stamp this detailed and get a clear, crisp impression that was the same intensity all the way across. You just couldn't. So we're going to go ahead and get my trusty cotton paper here. Now, the way the BetterPress works is there's a magnet. It holds the plate in place. You then tape down your piece of cardstock in the A2 frame area. So I just line it up with those little A2 markers on the top and the bottom. Make sure it's all lined up. And then I have this little yellow tape that comes with the BetterPress, so that's kind of handy. You can always buy more, but it's got this big roll that comes with it. You tape your cardstock in place or cotton paper in place, whatever you want to call it. And then you ink up your press plate. You need to use a good ink. Now, I have tried it with other inks and it has worked for me. I'm sure there's inks that wouldn't work. Obsidian black ink from Altenews is probably the best ink that I've used as far as BetterPress goes. And then you just turn it over, it clips into place. And where you see it here, the paper is not touching the plate. It doesn't touch the plate until it goes through the machine, and then it presses the plate into the paper. So that's how you end up with the image. There's also a texture to it. So even though you can't see it in the video, when it comes off the machine, there is a slight embossing that happens. Look at the detail of this. I'm going to take it off here so you can see it closer. You cannot get this kind of detail stamping. It's just, I've never seen it. That's this fine and intricate. And then it's also embossed into the paper. So it's just got this really cool texture to it. So I'm going to turn this into a really pretty card also. Okay, now, last one. We are going to cut all of these beautiful sentiments out of one sheet of cardstock because that makes life super fast. So I saved all of these, the ones I didn't use. I used 3 of them, but the ones I didn't use, I put in a little Ziploc baggie and I put it with this press plate so that I would know for the next time. Now, here's what's cool about press plates. You can use any press plate in a hot foil glimmer machine. Okay? It doesn't void the warranty of the hot glimmer machine. You can 100% use them for both. So I've heard a lot of people that are no longer buying hot foil plates, but they're just sticking with press plates. Crafty Meraki has come out with tons of press plates for us, and they are gorgeous. So if you want to shop, there is a link in the description below the video if you want to shop some of the new products from Crafty Meraki. Here we're going to open up this die for this beautiful poinsettia or poinsettia, and then we're going to make a couple of these, and we're going to be speeding the video up a lot. Okay, so we're starting out with ink blending with some distress inks. I'm using Lumberjack and another color I can't remember. And then we're using Twisted Citron and Mowed Lawn for the leaves. And we will assemble this whole flower and put it together. But before we do that, we're going to color. So here I'm drawing out where my shadows are going to be for my other poinsettia that I decided to color with Copic markers. For these, I'm using R59, R29, R35, and R32. And I'm just layering them on top of each other to make sure that I get good coverage. Truth be told, I should have just colored the entire flower from the center and not even messed with putting these little lines down. I just thought it might save me a little bit of coloring time. It really kind of didn't. So, you know, whatever floats your boat. Doesn't really matter. With all of my coloring, I am just doing quick feathering strokes outwards and blending them all together. On the leaves here, I tried a new to me technique where I was trying to create some interest in the leaves, and I think I did. I think they're okay. They're not great. Definitely can use a little practice on this technique, but you know, it's better than just coloring them all solid. Then I stuck them in this box here, and I used some Copic opaque ink, I guess this is, or paint. And I put it on a clear block, added a little water, and then I splattered onto this poinsettia and the leaves. And then I'm going to do the same thing with some gold perfect pearls, and this just added so much to this flower. It just really made it look cool. It gave it, I don't know, some extra pizzazz, I guess, if you will. And so here I'm just trying to get some water on my clear block, and then I'm going to splatter on top of these and let those dry. Then I'm going to assemble all of them, adding some R24 and R23 for the centers of both, and going to add those to the centers, and then the poinsettias will be done and we can start assembling the cards. So for the first card, I am using some A2 dies to cut out kind of a nice clean edge from this cardstock that we BetterPressed against the rules and regulations. We are absolute rebels, aren't we? And then I'm going to take 2 more of these dies and I'm going to create a frame. I'm going to use some black cardstock, not that fancy smooth black cardstock, just regular black cardstock. I'm going to use some of that to create a frame by layering 2 dies within each other. Has anyone been able to count how many techniques we've done? We've done ink blending, we've done Copic coloring, we've done fun die cutting, we've done BetterPress, we've done hot foil, and now I'm showing you how to get a different shape from your die. Yeah, this is just one of those videos that's like full of cool ideas. Again, I want to just say one more time because there's been a little confusion about how you find the supplies. There is a link below the video that says supply list. Next to that word is a link. If you click that link, it will bring up the entire supply list for these products, and then you can just tap on those and it will take you to the supplies. Okay, so adding all of this with my glue press, gluing it all down. This is a beautiful card without even doing anything else. You could just put a sentiment in the middle and be done, but we're going to add this stunning ink blended flower down in the corner. And then we're going to figure out where we want those leaves to go on the poinsettia. And then we're going to assemble the other card. So while I'm doing some assembly here, it's probably time for a little story time, right? We have some time for that. Maybe not a lot, but we're going to fit some in. At the time that you're watching this video, we are not too far off from the big November 5th date here in the United States. Some of you know I am running for a city council seat in my little town where I live. It's a little bitty. People, let me tell you, when I say Mayberry, Andy Griffith Mayberry, that's where we're talking about. I love my little town so, so much. And so then I'll be finding out if I'm going to be a city councilwoman. I think that's so fun. Also, in other news, what else has been going on? I have been going to the gym consistently, feeling really good and really getting strong. I think that's been the coolest thing about the whole experience is I'm increasing my weights each time I'm able to go. Not each time, but like, each week. And that's really cool. So that's been fun. Oh, let's talk about this really quick. So Crafty Meraki has this really beautiful little heart tin thing you can get to hold all your gems and rhinestones as you put them on to your card. And then they also have this really cute picker up tool. I just love them. The 90s girl in me is very partial to the colors. And so anyway, I just wanted to point that out. These are both from Crafty Meraki. And then so are the gems that I'm using. And again, all of it will be linked below the video. How much do you guys love this card? Black and white with pops of red and green. Nothing screams Christmas more, right? So then we're going to add gold into the mix, and we're going to add these pointed arches, which just gives a little bit of interest, kind of along the same lines as we did with the other card, but anyway. So yeah, that's what's been going on. I've been going to the gym. Husband's done a little fishing. My daughter went to Indianapolis, Indiana, for the FFA National Convention. She's home now. And she had an incredible time, so much fun. She went to an Amish farm tour. She went to a cattle farm or ranch, I guess I should say. They went bowling it was called Duck Pin Bowling. You guys let me know if you've ever heard of this. I had never heard of it. I guess it's bowling in a old time, kind of like 1930s apparently type bowling. Like the pins were really small, the bowling balls were really small. It was just much different than normal bowling, but they had a blast doing that. She pulled a prank on one of her roommates. They had a really, really good time, and I'm so thankful for that because you never know when your kids go away for events or different things like that. You're just never sure if they're going to have a good time and everyone's going to get along. And, 4 girls in one room is a lot. So anyway, I'm very happy to report that the only thing she was disappointed in is she didn't feel like she had enough time to shop. Mom is not disappointed. I'm fine with the fact that she didn't have enough time to shop. And her newest thing recently, and she brought me home teeny tiny pumpkins. They are the cutest thing you've ever seen. They're like, I think they're made from wood, and they're just these teeny tiny pumpkins. They're so stinking cute, you guys. And her latest thing is thrifting. She loves going to thrift stores now. That's the new jam. So I'm pretty cool with that because, you can't get in too much trouble going to thrift stores, can you? So she's been thrifting clothes and she's doing great. She's doing great. Her horse is doing great now. I know I shared with you guys a while back. Her horse had been sick. She's doing great. Everybody's doing good. So, what more can you ask for, right? We're blessed. All right, so here is this finished card. This one is my favorite. It is the most dramatic. It's absolutely stunning. I really love it. I even looked at it and thought to myself, who made this card? When like you make something that's like what you would consider beyond your abilities. That's kind of how I felt about that card. And then there's the third one that I made. I didn't video that one for you. I just Copic colored it and I cut it with arches and made it a shape card, which is super fun. I absolutely love how it turned out. All three of these are gorgeous cards. Pick up some goodies from Crafty Meraki if you get a chance. Again, their link is below the video. And I hope you guys have an amazing day. Thank you so much for tuning in with me for a little while and hanging out. You can catch another video on the screen here. Subscribe by clicking the subscribe button, the circle with my face. And I'll catch you in the next video. See you later, guys.